Hello everyone, let's get started. Come into centering, develop your slow, deep, even breath, whatever that can become right now. It'll slow down even more later, and sometimes it'll speed up more if we get a little aerobic. But at all times, we are aware of the breathing and how it connects mind to movement. If you want to do the Ujjayi breathing, you can. And then press to the feet. Remember your knees stem out from the hip points. Inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer pose. Try pressing the hands together without lifting the shoulders. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, lowering down. Inhale, go to the right. Come into the low lunge. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, back to Tadasana, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer pose. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, lowering the arms down. Inhale to the left, coming in to the runner stretch. And exhale, leaning back. Inhale, back to center. And we'll come into the Robin's Flow once again. Exhale, inhale, exhale, lower down. Inhale to the runner's stretch, taking that left leg as far back as it's going to go. Maybe it goes back way far, maybe it doesn't. Bring the left arm by the left ear and breathe. On or off the pod is good. You can keep your right hand on the pod or bring the right arm by the right ear. You can have the arms in front of you, or you can have them by the ears. Then inhale, rise up to the high lunge, drawing the left heel down towards the ground. Exhale, lower the arms down. Come into Robin's Flow from Tadasana. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, coming into the runner stretch, drawing that right leg as far back as you can. Right arm by the right ear. You know there's the option of just having it in front of you. So take your choice, on or off the pod. Left hand stays on the pod or becomes parallel to the other arm, whether you are here or here. Then inhale, rise up to high lunge. Feel that core lifting back and up towards the spine, those special abdominal low muscles. Exhale, lower the arms down. Come to Tadasana. Let's go into the Robin's Flow. Inhale to the right. Come right into the high lunge. Now if you want to, you can come off the pod. And then everyone, reach up through the side body, both sides. Now of course you might be holding onto the pod, so maybe it's more about the left side. So you determine what's right for you. And then exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, back up, bring the arms to prayer pose, and exhale, twist to the right. You can come forward if you want to. Inhale, rising back up, and returning to Tadasana. Inhale for Robin's Flow. Exhale, add pressure if you can not have an angle at the wrist. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, neutral pelvis as you lower the arms down. Inhale to the high lunge. Now, if you have both arms up, you can reach for the sky on both sides. If you have one arm holding onto a grab bar or on the edge of your chair or whatever you have at home, or fingertips to the pod, you can reach up for the right side of the body. And then everybody, Side bend to the right. Inhale back up. Exhale. We return to Tadasana, Robin's Flow. Except we're going to exhale, lower the arms down. We're going to come back into the high lunge because we want to also do the twist. So bring the hands to prayer pose and then twist. See, you didn't have to tell me. I just forgot. I knew I forgot. Inhale back up. We return to Tadasana, but let's have the feet apart a little bit. And we'll come into Robin's Flow. And we'll also come into cat-cow. So lift the sternum, exhale, forward, squeeze. Inhale to center, exhale, tuck, round, take your gaze downward. Inhale, lifting up, coming forward, and squeeze. Exhale, feel that core, and round the back. Now this time, let's lift up, and we're going to come all the way to half lift, and then shift. Right to left. Still feel yourself growing long. Bring the hands to the shins. Feel that long lengthening. Your snake coming out of its skin, shedding its skin, and then rounding it out. Inhale, lift it up with rounded back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach all the way up, fingertips up to the sky. Take a big back bend here, and exhale. Give yourself a hug. Inhale to this widened Tadasana. Take it out even farther. Bring the arms to a T. Inhale here. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, reach to the left. Inhale to center, arms in cactus. Exhale, press the shoulder blades together. Inhale, fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, nice lunar flow here from side to side. Way to go. Inhale back to center. Exhale, you can do this off the pod if you want. Reaching right. Inhale to center. Exhale, reaching left. And we'll do it again. Reaching both sides. And then lift the arms up and come into a nice lunar flow on this side. And from cactus, we will all return to the pod or to Tadasana and take in Robin's Flow. Inhale, exhale, inhale, lifting up, exhale, lowering down. Inhale, extend that right foot forward. Feel some nice flexions here. Exhale, you can bring the heel down. Take the leg out to the side. Inhale, back in. If you want to keep it lifted, that's a good idea too, so long as you have the integrity of the spine. Energy from the tailbone all the way out the crown of the head, right? When you take it out here the last time, do some flexions there. And then we'll place that heel on the ground, draw the toes forward, sit up tall, Parigasana. Inhale, left arm up, exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, arms to a T, take the left knee out, and here we are in Warrior B. Exhale, right arm lower. Inhale, left arm up. For exalted, sustain the pose here. Double check your left shoulder or either shoulder's not lifted. They can feel pretty lazy, but the rest is working pretty hard. And now we'll do our nice swoop to Parsvakonasana. Breathing deeply. We'll do that again. You can be on or off the pod. My mat's a little slippery today, so I'm not going as big as I normally would. Exhale, right arm down. To exalted, breathe here a little bit. And then we'll come into Parsvakonasana. And you know when you're off the pod, I often suggest just coming right into, whoops, I'm a little slippery, so I'm going to scoot up a little bit. and come into Trikonasana. So I won't go as deeply in my practice today so I don't slip, and also because I have a narrower stance. Inhale to rise up. Everybody makes their way back to Tadasana. Nice to do a robin's flow here. And then we'll extend that left leg forward. Maybe do some flexions here. Place the heel on the ground if you want, and then open it up. Now, of course, you know that we can do this with the lifted leg. You know you can support the leg if you want. Whatever enables you to open this part of the hip, and while you have really good attention to your alignment. And then we'll take that heel down to the ground, turn the toe forward, and inhale, right arm up, so we can do Parigasana on this side. Inhale up, and then we'll bring the arms to a T. Take your gaze over the right hand. Lower the left arm down. We'll lift up, sustaining it like we did. Now here's a good time to practice lifting the pelvic floor here, and then coming into Parsvakonasana. It's not a side bend, it's a side tilt. Off the pod or on the pod. Lower the left arm down, lift the right arm up, and you're breathing, right? In tune with the movements. And then here we go. People on the pod can come into Trikonasana. Reminder, your stance might be much wider than mine. I'm just watching my mat's a little slippery. Okay, let's come into Tadasana. We'll do a robin's flow. And now I have made a bug repellent of essential oils. I'm going to get it to show you. I've mixed it all up. I think I have lemongrass. What else do I have? Citronella, little vinegar, little water. Let's see, not eucalyptus, so that's supposed to be good. Cedar wood, and there's another one, and I can't remember what it is. Citronella, probably. Okay, I'm ready to go again. Thanks for waiting. Let's take a nice deep breath here. First, puff out the air. And let's do some work with the breath where we sustain it, or we hold the breath after each inhalation and and then also after the exhalation as well. But make sure you're not pressing down when you do it. So puff it out. Inhale through the nose. Sustain. And exhale through the nose. Now, if you want to exhale through the mouth, there's no harm doing that. But do inhale through the nose. So sustain. Inhale. Sustain. Exhale. Hold it. Inhale. And exhale, just let it all go. Shrunk and roll up one vertebra at a time. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, round it out. Inhale, roll it up. And exhale, shrunk. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, lowering down. Now we're going to come into the high lunge again. Bring the hands to prayer pose. Lift the fingers up to the sky. Of course, you can be on the pod here. And then release the fingers and turn this into a back bend. And then exhale, right hand on the hip and reach as far as you can. If you're able, bring the hands down. Take your figure off the pod and do a nice one. And then if you're on the pod, rise up, place that foot on the ground, and come into Warrior B. You might need to bring that left leg in a little bit further. Now, of course, if you're off the pod, you want to have railroad tracks. You just plant that foot down in the railroad track and lift up to Warrior A. Exhale, find your way back to Tadasana. Do a nice robin's flow. Inhale to the left, coming into the high lunge. On or off the pod, right? And then exhale, reaching as far as you can, with the option of coming all the way down and enjoying a twist with that. Now you can be doing that seated as well, you know, if you want to. Okay, then you'll bring that right foot out a little bit and keep those hips forward as much as you can. It won't be as much as it had been when you were in your high lunge. Yeah, and then you come into Warrior A. And of course, if you're off the pod, it's easier to have railroad tracks with hips definitely forward, and then lift the fingers up to high lunge, or to Warrior A. And then we return again to Tadasana. We'll do a nice robin's flow here. Take the feet apart, have the hands at the sacrum or clasp the hands together, lift the sternum, and away we go. Now, enjoy the half lift, and then you can lower everything down, fist up to the sky. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, press to the feet, and do the same thing again. Now, if you're on the pod, you can relax and into an inversion. If you want to come off the pod, find the half lift. Take the feet apart a little bit. Bring the feet back a little bit. Draw the feet to be parallel, and then just come off the pod. Find half lift here still, and then fold. Try not to round the back. Now, if you're in inversion on the pod, you can just relax there if you'd like. Then exhale wherever you are. We make our way back up. Inhale, left arm up in a nice strong Tadasana. Exhale, press to the right foot as you hold on to the pod with your right hand. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower the left arm down. Side bend. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now let's come into tabletop. Otherwise, do cat-cow from the pod. And we'll place the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the ankles. Now go ahead and do cat-cow, which we're all doing. We're just doing this from standing here. Some of you'll be doing it on the pod. Rounding and coming into the back there. Now, if you're on the pod, move to the right so that you can make a motion to lift the body as much as you're able. When you do that, don't do it on the heel of the hand. Practice as much from the roots of the fingers as well. You lift up. If you're off the pod, you point one foot towards and then lift up. And maybe you're even able to open up that left arm. Breathing deeply. Spreading the toes. I love that part of spreading the toes. It shows how stable we can be. Exhale, coming back down. Now you can scoot to the left and stretch that right arm out, and then see if you can lift up. But you can also lift up by pointing that toe forward, bringing the hand down, taking the right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, returning to the pod. We'll do Robin's Flow. And let's do some nice twists and tucks. Fingers to the back of the head. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Nice twist and tuck here. It's good to exhale when you make yourself come into a ball. And then open it up with an inhale. Lean back a little bit and just do a little bit of windshield wiping with the feet. Take the feet apart and we'll press exhale here. Inhale to center. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Move your legs as it feels comfortable. For those of you that are off the pod, you can turn right foot out a little bit. Left foot out too. Make it lungy. You can also do it just by standing in place. Good for the obliques there. And then we all come to the pod. We're going to inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, bring the shoulders down. And then we're going to do the windmill. You like to bring that right hand to the center of the chest, you can. Or if you like to have it outward, you can. Just make a decision of where you're going to put your arms. So then the mind knows where the body's going in a precise way. Good proprioception that way. Inhale, back to Tadasana. Let's lift up for Robin's Flow. And extend that right foot forward. We got to get a nice hamstring stretch here. And breathe deeply. Inhale back. And let's do that again. Draw the elbows back. Or you can have the arms in front or the arms by the ears. Inhale back up. Do the same thing again. Those of you who want to come off the pod, just make it a warrior seat pose, lifting that leg higher and higher. Maybe releasing the arms. And then exhale, coming to Tadasana. Robin's Flow. We're going to bring the left leg forward, elbows towards the back, and fold. Unless, of course, you want to have the arms in front of you. Inhale back up, and we'll do the same thing again. Inhale back up. Go ahead and fold forward again, or come into the runner's stretch off the pod. Now, of course, that right hand can be on the pod, right? It sure can. Let's do a Robin's Flow. Now go to the right. Fall forward, breathing all the way. And then hold on to the leg wherever you want. Have a nice long line in the spine. And take that hand down your leg as far as it can go. And then take the leg back. Now, if this is not possible for you, just come into a nice lunge. That's good. This is just a possibility. All kinds of different movements in yoga. And we'll do the other side. So if you want to start with the lunge, you can. Or lift the knee up high, hold on, and take it as far back as you can. Sitting up tall, try not to lean to the left. So very important to hold on to the pod with your left hand when you do this. All right, let's do Robin's Flow, and then we're going to do that all over again. any way you want to do it, or you can stand and do it. Make it more of a balanced pose. It's a balanced pose anyway, but if you want a little more action with it, a little more challenge, hold on to the ankle, lift the right arm up, separate the thighs from the shin, turn this into a back bend if you want, and breathe. And then we'll come out of the pose, walk it around a little bit, and go ahead and do the other side if you're on the pod, or bring weight, hold on. Now remember, you can also have your standing leg leaned, not leaning, but touching the pod. You know, I do that sometimes when I really want to feel good about the pose and take it in a large fashion. And exhale to Tadasana, walk it out a little bit, and we'll come into Tadasana. Now just breathe here a moment. Inhale and exhale. See how you're doing. I'm letting the dog in. He's a little bit too hot. And now let's do a Robin's Flow. And we'll come into both toes, leaning back, drawing the knees in, extending the legs. You can have the arms out to the side. You can have the arms parallel. You can add a twist if you'd like. Come back to Tadasana. Do it again. It's fun to try on the ground. I think it's a little easier. You can switch both ways if you want. And we return to the pod. Let's do a Robin's Flow. And we'll do Purvottanasana as well. I'm going in an angle you don't have to. Just bring the feet out. Have them point. Now feel your long line here. All you have to do is lean back, and you can feel it fair and square in your core and in the upper abs. You can gently hold on to the pod, squeeze the shoulder blades so you can lift up, align the head, and hang out here, and you'll sweat like I am in the sun. To do more though, you can lift up. And breathe and come back down. Now go ahead and do that again. I'm just showing the option on the mat if you'd like. You want to be very careful the way you treat your hands. They can be turned out. And you want to be careful how you treat your shoulders. They're in neutral. And then you can make a motion to lift up. Maybe you don't. You just make a motion. Eventually you might come up. I'm going to readjust mine. I need to take my arms back a little more. And breathe. And then that's called reverse plank sometimes. You can also come into regular plank and sustain that pose for maybe 10 counts. Or 5. Whatever you'd like to do. Remember, it's plank. So you've got energy up the crown of the head, out the heel, feel flat all the way. And of course, you come out of this as down dog. But anyway, seated plank, as you know, is just extending the arms forward, and you're equally feeling flat. We just happen to have a joint at right angle, and then you switch it out. Good. And we'll come into Robin's Flow. And we're going to make sure we have a nice loose lower back. And we're going to take the gaze right and left. Same thing. We want that to be feeling resilient and juicy. Take the chin down if you feel that's good for you. Down and up, down and up. And then we'll bring the hands to the back of the head. Draw the elbows together. Draw the fingers up with the arms close to the ears. And then take the fingers behind, reaching down toward your back. You want to accentuate the nice stretch in the tricep. You can do a little pressure. I like that feeling myself. Inhale, up, up, reaching, reaching, reaching. Exhale, take your arms behind you, squeeze, and return to Tadasana. Okay, you know what? It's time for Shavasana. Not a real long practice today, but felt good out here in the sun in the middle of the day. I hope it feels good to you wherever and whenever you happen to do this practice. So take care. Namaste. And now by all means, have a peaceful, lovely Shavasana.